If you use this method every time you study, you'll be amazed at how easily you can ace exams without spending hours cramming. I'll break down this method, the science behind it, 5 ways you can start applying it today, and to tie it all together, I'll share a tip that will help you study less and remember more. First, let's talk about why every student must know this technique. A New York Times report found that students using a specific study method retained 50% more information after a week compared to others. What were they doing differently? They were practicing active recall. Let me tell you exactly how to make it work for you. What is active recall? Picture this. You're trying to fill a bucket with holes. No matter how much water you pour in, it leaks out, right? That's what passive studying is like. Passive studying includes reading, rereading, or highlighting. When you study passively like this, you think you'll remember the material, but on test day, it's gone, leaked out of your memory. But with active recall, you're sealing those holes, ensuring the knowledge sticks where it belongs, in your brain. When you apply active recall in your study routine, you'll remember much better. So how does active recall work? It involves testing yourself on what you've learned without looking at your notes. This simple shift can boost your exam scores by up to 50%. But what's the science behind why it works so well? In one of my previous videos, linked in the description, I explained a concept called synaptic pruning. It's the process by which your brain eliminates unused information to make room for what's important. The same way you clean your room to avoid a heap of clutter. Active recall interrupts the synaptic pruning process by signaling to your brain, hey, this is important. Don't delete it. Your brain then reinforces that information, making it easier to retrieve later. Now let's get to the most important part. How do you use active recall to ace your next exam with ease? Here are 5 practical ways to use active recall. Method 1, self-testing. Right after studying, jot down questions based on what you've read. Then test yourself without looking at your notes. If you miss something, review and test again. Repeated testing strengthens your memory and prepares you to ace that exam. Method 2, study with a group. Quizzing each other is an active social way to reinforce learning. Plus, explaining your answers to the group forces you to engage deeply with the material. And let's be honest, a little friendly competition can work wonders. Method 3, use flashcard apps. Apps like Anki and Quizlet are your best friends here. They're designed for spaced repetition, showing you flashcards at just the right intervals to boost retention. Perfect for when you're on the go. Method 4, teach what you learn. Teaching someone else, even if it's just an imaginary audience, is like taking your memory to the gym. You're forced to organize, retrieve, and explain the material, which cements it in your brain. Method 5, summarize after reading. Close the book and summarize the material from memory. Write it down or say it aloud. Don't worry about being perfect. The act of recalling and refining strengthens what you've learned. Want to take active recall to the next level? Pair it with the Pomodoro Technique. Study for 25 minutes, focusing on actively engaging with the material. Then, take a 5 to 10 minute break to recharge. Do something relaxing, like stretching or listening to your favorite music. Before starting your next session, spend a couple of minutes reviewing what you learned in the previous one. Here's why this works. Pomodoro breaks prevent mental fatigue, keeping you sharp and focused. The quick review before the next session activates your brain's retrieval process, which strengthens memory connections and reduces forgetting. It's like resetting your brain while reinforcing what you've just studied. Perfect for staying fresh and mastering your material. Curious about the Pomodoro technique? Check out my video, Study Less and Remember More, with this simple Pomodoro hack, linked below. Active recall isn't just a study hack, it's your gateway to stress-free exams and better grades. Try it out and let me know in the comments which method you're most excited to use. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another memory-boosting tip.